All right, hello everyone. Welcome.
Hello.
You are tuned in this evening with Tanza and Miss Londa. And tonight is open discussion. So let me turn my camera on here. All right.
Oh, you look lovely, Miss Londa. Lovely.
You do too, as always.
Yeah.
Wanted to ask for help from the public. Oops, let me turn that down. For a very close friend who has a relative that has been missing since last Friday. Her name is Tanae Day. And my close friend is Rhonda Johnson. Her and the family is asking for help from the public to bring Tanae Day home. She has been missing since last Friday, August the 27th. She was last seen at a football game at the school, Central High School, and this is located in Nebraska, Omaha. She was wearing a black shirt, jeans, and teal Converses. She is 15 years old. If anyone has seen or knows of the whereabouts of Tanae Day, please contact the mom and family, Clennetta Johnson, at the number posted on the flyer that I will be sharing right now on the screen. Give me 1 second here. Email. Okay. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to pull it up for you.
Okay. And you said she's 15?
Yeah, she's 15. She was at a football game last Friday, and she's been missing ever since.
Okay. They must be worried sick.
I definitely will be. That's been a whole week.
That's just insane.
Which brings me to the things that are going on in the world with the sex trafficking. I just hope that it's not the case.
We're going to think positive, and somebody's going to find that baby.
Yes. I believe the police are involved now.
I can't imagine. I have 3. They've all gone through high school. They've all been to a football game or 2. I can't even. You don't think about that kind of thing when you're a parent. You just, they become a certain age, and you're like, okay, it's time for you to go out with your friends, and you never think something like that's going to happen. So yeah. That's crazy. My heart goes out to them.
All right, so can you see that?
I cannot see. Let me see. Okay, we've got it.
Okay, so yes, this is the picture of Tanae Day. I'm sorry. Height is 5'4". She weighs 160 pounds, black hair and brown eyes. Okay. There's a number listed on the flyer. If anyone has any information or knows of the whereabouts of Tanae Day, please contact this number, and I will be posting it in the comments as well. Please, let's bring this lovely young lady back home to her family, because I am sure they are very worried and
yes,
hope for a safe return.
So you're going to have it in the comments? Are you going to have it on your page as well, Ms. Londa?
It's on my page as well.
Okay.
Also, I shared it on Instagram. I'm sharing it into the comments right now.
Okay. I'll pull it from your Instagram and put it on mine as well. The more people looking, the better.
Yeah. Hello, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Janae. I'm sorry, cousin. Don't yell at me, Janine. Hi, Dana.
Hey,
welcome
Janine.
back. Hey, Rhonda. Welcome back. Rhonda is the family member of Tanae Day.
Tanae, okay. Definitely going to share that flyer to my pages, and we're just going to hope and pray. Not hope and pray, we're praying, and we know she's going to come home.
Yes.
We know she's coming. So
I'll have to share it because I'm live. It won't let me go to
let you do it.
Yeah, to do it in comments. So I will be sharing that in the comments later so that it
Got
will.
it. I just pulled it off of yours, so I'm going to share it. Yeah.
So you guys, tonight is open discussion because we had a little change in plans. So if there's anything you would like to ask me or Tanja or want to know or have anything on your mind, please post it in the comments and let us know what's on your mind.
I'm open to talk about anything y'all want to talk about.
Get to know your co-host.
Okay. It's whatever y'all want to talk about, because I talk about a lot of stuff. So
Right. So how'd your
I got my wine, so I'm ready. I'm ready for the tough stuff.
So how did your weekend go?
My weekend, so girl, I'm tired. Let me tell you, I've been on my feet all weekend, and I have this new challenge that I have to do. I have 21 days of posting. Now, Miss Londa, you know, in this social media world, it's tough, right? We're real people with real lives. We got stuff to do, and we're not little. We're grown women. We have real responsibilities. So posting gets hard, right? You gotta, that's not,
because you got to stay on top of it. You got to, man.
You know, and I do videos, so I have to, it's not just the recording part of it, it's the editing is. For my little 20-second videos, I'll be editing for 4 hours. People don't understand. So,
yeah.
But I have this challenge that I have to do 21 days straight of posting.
Uh-huh.
And I'm already sweating. So that starts tomorrow. And I'm like, I don't know how to do it.
Are you doing this challenge with someone or?
No, well, the challenge has been given to me by someone. And okay. So I'm like, okay, because you know, I challenge, I'm an Aries. So it's like, what? I got say nothing, say no more, it's done. But then when it's time to do it, I'm like, oh my goodness. So I have been up. I was just before coming on, I recorded and I'm in the middle of editing. I got to get back to that because it starts tomorrow. So then it'll take me through the end of the month. And hopefully by the end of the month, then I'll be used to the schedule and you know what it takes to do all that. But I don't know, how do you manage?
It ain't easy. I can tell you that. The editing, I literally just learned that. Literally.
It's an ongoing learning process for me. I mean, you can't ever stop because then there's always new things. And I'm learning the old stuff just to do a basic video. I can't imagine what it takes.
It's just as simple as just getting on here and just sitting in front of this camera and just talking. It's more to that. It is more to it than that.
Y'all have no idea. If y'all are out there wondering and wanting to do your own thing, let me tell you, first, I encourage you to do it. I encourage everybody to get on out there. Everybody's voice needs to be heard in whatever manner you wish to have your voice heard. You need to go out and do that. But I'm warning you right now.
It ain't easy.
It ain't easy. And it is not just about, you know, I think a lot of people, Miss Londa, you probably have experienced this or heard this from people, worry more about, you know, what they're putting out and what people are going to think about them, right? And so you're worrying about what you look like. And honey, that is the last thing that you be worried. Your hair and your makeup is the last thing that you're going to get you some wigs, because everything that goes on behind it, all the prepping, just the even mind tricks that you have to go through.
Yeah, because it's like I start probably about 2 o'clock. And at 2 o'clock, what I'm doing is I'm making sure the camera's right. I'm making sure the lighting is gonna look good. I gotta test the mic, make sure it's working correctly. And if I'm going to share something, I like to test it out. I got to make sure everything is going to connect to all the other platforms. So I test it out. And sometimes, even though you test it out and it be working fine, then you go live, you try to go live, and then boom, something went wrong. So it's not an easy process.
It is. And you say you start at 2:00, but I know that's not true. You lying to the people, because let me tell you what you got to do. Because before this day even comes, you've got to do all the prepping. You got to get the topic.
I left the part out about the topics. I'm talking about just the day of going on.
The day of. But this stuff goes on.
You gotta do your flyers. After you come up with your topic, you want to put it out there so you can get your viewers, and you got to constantly share and come up with ways and ideas to get people to tune in, get people to subscribe, follow you. Yeah, it's not an easy process.
It is not. And you're just, and I'm just like, and I'm Tanza. Don't nobody know me. So who coming? You got to worry about getting the people. You got to make sure your topics are hot. With you, because with me, I'm a solo act. With you, you have other guests and other people coming on. And so then you have to worry about them and their needs. And so you've got to get with, honey, hats off to you. Because I have a hard time dealing with Tanza when it's time to record. I feel like, girl, if you don't get up and do what you got to do, and she don't listen. Most of the time she don't listen. So I don't know.
Janine says, I don't worry about none of that ish. Oh, I worry more about looking like the whole crazy grandma or Mona, the smartest character in the cartoon. And then Rhonda says, you lying to these people? No, I'm not. I just forgot a little information.
And she's talking about it starts the day of. What was the name that said that?
That said, are you lying to the people?
Yeah.
Rhonda.
She lying because it starts 3 weeks before this episode ever even hits the air.
It does. It
she
really
started way back.
Flyers, and you want to make sure your flyers look good and attract attention. So you have to have a very creative mind. You have to have patience. Now, speaking on patience, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I got the best patience. There's been times where I done sat here and got frustrated. I done said, I'm done. I don't want to do it no more.
Right.
But something keeps pulling me back like, no, Londa, just do it. Go and do it.
Because consistency is the key. Consistency is key. Because the more that you do it, the more people who are with you now that have been with you over the years, they're going to carry with you forever, right? So you've already created a little community, and that community only grows, but it dissipates if you're not consistent. So you have to stay consistent, and that's pressure. That is real pressure. I know that when I first started, it was easy. I was putting out videos every day, no problem, but nobody was watching. So there was no pressure, right? As soon as 2 people, because that's it, y'all. If y'all wondering how many people watch me, it's 2. As soon as 2 people started watching.
About in the same boat.
But the pressure that you feel with just those couple of people, it's like, oh my, I was just having that conversation with my sister. Like, I don't know why I feel so much pressure now when it's just a handful of people, and they know that I'm learning and I'm growing, but you feel like you've gotta, like,
everything's gotta be on point. Right.
Yeah. You've got to be Oprah or at least Gail, at least.
Okay. Hey, Miss Sneed, thank you for joining.
Hey, Miss Sneed.
Hey, y'all, how y'all doing?
Doing good.
We have an open discussion tonight. We had to cancel our original show. So we just, we're doing open discussion, giving the audience a chance to get to know the co-host and just talking. So what's on your mind this evening?
So
silly.
What you got, Miss Sneed? What you got?
To make us laugh. I know she is.
Well, I'm just I don't know, y'all. I'm chilling. I'm in the hospital right now, so that's why I'm not on the camera, but I'm okay. health is first. But um, we just telling them a little bit about us or something like.
Yeah, we was just kind of just talking, and if they have any questions or anything they want to ask,
Time in.
go right
But
on.
you're okay, right? You did say you're okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. They're in here checking me out with my heart thing, my asthma getting bad. So yeah, but I'm okay. I just stay prayed up out here.
One of the commenters, Rhonda, says she's praying for you.
Tell her I said thank you.
She can hear you.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, so I'm just maintaining and blessed to see another day and thankful to be on here with you guys. You know, I have been missing a couple of days, but I've been going through some little stuff, but it's okay. Um, I see we've been having some good shows lately, and
Yeah.
you know, so that's a good thing. Like she said, we got to stay focused and stay positive, and it'll come. That 1 or 2 will turn into 3 and 4, and that 3 and 4 and turn into more.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Miss
Absolutely
Tanza,
right.
Stacy, what state are you from?
Say that. I'm sorry.
Stacy wants to know what state are you from?
I'm originally a New Yorker, Harlem born, Brooklyn and Long Island raised, but I reside in Atlanta, Georgia right now. Yeah. And I've been South I always tell people I've been South long enough that it doesn't really matter where I was born anymore. Yeah.
Nita, were you born in Minnesota?
No, I was born in Detroit. I'm from Detroit, West Side.
Okay. And how long have you been in Minnesota?
I've been in Minnesota for let me see, 21 years.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been there long enough to make a whole new life there too.
Yeah. I've been since my daughter was 2 and she's 24. So I've been here a long time.
Yeah.
I've been here since I was 5 years old.
So you've never left the state? Like lived any other state?
No, not lived any other state. I've only been to 2 places outside of Minnesota. And the first one was Dyersburg, Tennessee. And then I just in May went to Miami.
So do you have like a desire to leave, or are you perfectly comfortable?
I do. And I said if I ever left the state of Minnesota, I'm going somewhere where it's warm. I don't want to deal with the cold anymore, but I just have to get that the courage. The courage.
Right.
So it's a little scary leaving what you know.
But you know, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not like that. I'll go anywhere.
Really? I know a lot of people that's like that, but I'm just like starting over. You gotta, you starting over. If I could secure a place before I get there that I know when I pull up, I'm moving in, I'll be good. But to have to go there and then have to do all of that, it's scary for me.
I know, because it's an adjustment and you have to feel comfortable that you're going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like really that you're going to be okay. And I know a lot of people, because I tend to be to myself a lot. So I don't need like a village around me, but a lot of people do. So leaving home is like leaving your whole village.
Yeah.
And to start fresh with that is not comfortable.
Look, that part of it, like the people around me, that's not the issue.
That's not a problem.
It's just going somewhere and starting all over. That's
the problem. Yeah. See, like me, I'm ready to leave Minnesota. I've been here since forever, like I said. And I'm just ready for a new environment. But every time I leave Minnesota, for some reason, I'm right back. It's something about this city that draws you back. I done left 3 times and came right back less than a year. Right back. So,
like less than a year?
Yes, right back.
Where
I went back home. I went back home to Detroit. I only live Minnesota, Detroit, and Grand Rapids. I have never went anywhere else to live besides my hometown, Detroit. So Minnesota is the first place that I ever left home to be at. So I don't know what it's like to live in any other state but Minnesota. So it's like I said, I've been here for over 20 years, and it's like my comfort zone. I want to go, but then when I go, I'm ready to come back. I don't understand what it is about this city, but you go, but you come back. So
I don't know. I think wherever you go, my experience has been that every place is the same. The only difference is usually the weather and the names of the people around you. But it's all the same thing. Like moving from New York to Florida, because I lived in Florida for a while.
okay.
The same thing. The weather's different, but you have your good places, your bad places. You have your area that you live in. You get to know your people, and that's it. But my goal in life, my next major move, I'll always probably keep my house here, but my next major move is out of the country. I want to live.
I'm scared to go out the country. My
I
next move,
used to be.
I want to
Not
go
anymore.
to Vegas.
What scares me about going out the country and going into those other places is like all the stuff that's just going on in the world.
Yeah, I'm scared to go out here.
Over one of them countries and they snatch me up and put me in one of those little cargo
Mhm.
boxes and be sex trafficking me.
I'm scared of trafficking. I'll be watching the movie Taken. I'm like, I ain't going over there. A lot of people say it's beautiful, but I'm just one of them scary people that just will not go overseas.
Yeah.
I will go. I've been and I will go again. If somebody is dumb enough to try to sex traffic my old behind, they're just an idiot. They're gonna send me back.
Yeah, they're gonna send me back.
They dumb. But I want to live in Venice. Like that's in my head, that's where I belong. And I'm gonna be drinking cappuccinos in my old age and walking down cobblestone streets and minding my business and talking to little Juan Julio in the mornings. That's it. And I don't care if I don't speak the language. I'm literally not scared anymore. I've been out the country a couple of times. Now, I probably wouldn't go to like countries that are, war zones or anything like that. You probably wouldn't catch me going to Iraq or Iran or anything like that. Not that there's anything wrong with those countries, but I'm a little bit afraid of what's going on politically there. The rest of the places, I ain't scared. Not anymore. But I used to be, but not anymore. I don't know. Would your watchers, who's ever watching, would you guys leave if you could?
Stacy said, "Child out." She said, "I'll leave in a heartbeat as long as I transfer jobs, have housing set up. I'm up. Peace," is what she said. Shout out to Rico. Thank you for the comment. He says, "I really enjoy your show. Good up on the creation." Thank you.
Because isn't your backdrop new, Miss Londa?
Yeah, I'm always changing backdrops.
What does it say? Light. I see light, but what's the other? Is it flow?
Oh, it says night show.
Night show. Oh.
Yeah, because actually, let me read this last comment though, and then where did it go? What Rhonda said. Okay, Rhonda says, "Hell yes, I would. I'm with you, Stacy."
Let's go, y'all. Rhonda and Stacy, let's head out.
And your hair.
What'd she say?
Loves your energy and your hair.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So I'm working on adding one more day to the show. Spicy. So that's kind of what this background inspires. That so it's like night show. Night show, we are going to get spicy with it, okay?
Miss Londa, we're gonna have to be guests on each other's show because I am launching a Tanza After Dark.
Yeah.
Same concept. So great minds think alike. We need to talk about some things. Right?
Yes. Some thing things.
Get the girls together. Come on in. We're gonna talk about that man, but make sure he can't hear us.
Okay, I don't give a damn.
I gotta make sure I be in on that one.
I'm gonna say what I want to say. If it's the truth, being over.
It's the truth. Miss Steve, what you say?
I gotta make sure y'all got me in on that one.
Oh yeah, definitely, honey. Oh yeah, girl, we gonna get it started. We gonna get us started.
I agree. We're gonna have to have some men's come in too every once in a while, give their opinions, but we don't want to hear too much about what they have to say on those nights.
No,
so what night are you thinking about?
They gotta say because I got a rebuttal. I want to hear it, and I got a rebuttal, and I ain't gonna be quiet.
I'm gonna tell the truth. Nah.
So what night? What night you thinking about adding?
Huh?
What night are you thinking about adding? You want to do it on the weekend?
I'm in between Wednesday and Thursday. I thought about Friday, but then I thought, Fridays, people get off work, they running errands, they got a lot of stuff to do.
Right.
So that might not be a good day. I don't want to do Saturday because then we do Sunday and I don't want to stress myself out back to back. So
Right.
I think Wednesday would be a nice day for you.
Yeah, I think so too. Wednesday or Thursday would be a pretty, but that was the other thing because I remember you said something about having me on your show. So I needed to make sure it didn't
interfere.
Yeah.
Interfere. So I'm relaunching at the end of September. So then that's when right now I'm kind of playing with things and posting as necessary because mainly it's making sure that my radio posts are up. But other than that, the Today with Tanza as it works out for me. Okay. But come September, I will work out my schedule.
And you make sure you put me on there. I want to be a host.
Oh, come on in. We're going to talk. But Miss Londa, I was going to tell you that maybe you should poll your viewers and ask who's watching today, what's a good night for them to talk about all those good things.
So did you guys, wait, but before I ask this question, I want to ask Rhonda, are you telling me to name my evening show Hump Day?
Oh Lord, Hump Day.
That's a good idea. Do it on Wednesdays and call it Hump Day. I like Rhonda. Rhonda, you want to come on my show?
Girl, I've been trying to get her on. Trust me. She talked about she camera shy. I was camera shy. Like
me too.
When I first started back in last October, girl, you should have seen me. I was like, barely. I was so nervous, but I just kept pushing until now I'm just like, hey, like we just sitting in the living room talking.
And that's exactly right. And isn't that a wonderful thing?
Yeah.
Had you done this years ago, you probably would have overcome that years ago.
Yeah. But I always tell people because I understand the fright. So I always let them know you can start off with just the audio.
Right.
You feel like you're comfortable enough, then you can come on, turn your camera on. And it helped me to start out with co-hosts too. That was another thing that kind of broke the ice for me.
Yeah, I think that's you were on to something there for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, Facebook, Facebook broke my shyness. I love going live. Put me on the camera. Ever since Facebook came out with live, boy, everybody be on the camera.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't never like to be on no camera until I started playing with Facebook Live.
See, I haven't gone live yet. That's not happening until October because of my camera shot.
Live when you're doing your music, when you're on Instagram, that's live.
Mm-hmm.
And you by yourself and you on there like, so you then overcame that.
But see, it's me in my room. It's just me in my room making a video. Nobody's, as far as my head is concerned, nobody's watching me until I edit it and put it out there.
Okay.
Nobody's watching, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But going live, Rhonda's still watching. If I'm live and I got a booger in my nose, who's gonna tell me, Rhonda? Who's gonna, you know what? It's like,
what you mean? I'm gonna tell you, girl, if you don't get that book out your nose, quit playing. Go get some tissue.
See, that's the fear. That's what goes. That's what goes on in my head, man. I just, but I'm going live. That's when I relaunch. I'll be doing my live nights. But I would love to have you ladies on and let's talk about it. All those bad things, all those good things, all those in-between things.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Yeah.
But
So I don't know. I like Wednesday Hump Day though. I like that title, Miss Londa.
That's a good title because I had to come up with a title. And we actually, I had a guy, B-Love, our guest from last Sunday.
Okay.
He actually reached out to me again, and he's interested in being a co-host.
Is he?
And
That's fun.
Yeah, and I told him that I was, thinking about adding that day, and I wanted it to be a spicy. He's like, let's get with it. So
you ready to talk about it?
You sure?
People gonna be like, that's why you single. I already know I'm gonna get a lot of comments.
Probably.
That's why.
I'm fine being single.
Okay. Well, I can't say okay. I was gonna say okay, and I'm married.
That's right. That says
Oh,
Mrs.
man.
Mrs.
Right. I can't even say okay.
You can't say it. You
Nah,
can't
he
say
gonna be
it.
like, okay, what, girl? What you talking about? Nothing.
Rico says, I'm already gone. I love other countries. There's no racism like in the US.
Rico said that.
Yeah. And
Hey,
Wow.
Rico.
I forgot who's talking, but get well soon, which is Nita.
Yeah.
Miss Sneed. Sorry.
Miss Sneed. Get well soon, Miss Sneed.
Yes.
Thank you, Rico. You
No,
said
that
Rico?
was Stacy. That was Stacy.
Oh, thank you.
So,
Yeah, I
Miss
want
Sneed,
them.
how's the hospital? How's it
I'm ready
like?
to go. These people need to let me go, girl. I'm tired of sitting here. I'm ready to go.
But is it,
Nah,
do you
but
see
they
a lot
got
of
me.
people with like, is there a lot of COVID-ness going on in the hospital? Do you see that?
I don't
Nah,
think you
I
actually
think I don't. Well, it's a lot of people coming in here talking about they ain't from here and they sick and stuff, but not really. I don't hear too much coughing and not going on down here.
Are they packed, the hospitals?
Yeah, not really. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna put y'all on mute, but I'm gonna still
Okay.
be on air because here come the doctor for me.
Okay.
All right.
I don't think so. I was in the hospital last July and you don't really just see it. So
Okay.
I'm quite sure what's going on, or maybe just the floor that I was on. Maybe they weren't on that floor. Maybe they have them on different floors or something, separate the COVID from regular issues and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I don't like hospitals to begin with, but
Yeah.
when I drive by the hospital, I don't really see, the way the news makes it seem, you would think that it would be packed and I'm not really seeing that. And I don't know. So I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, you remember DJ, he said a lot of that. So maybe he's on to something.
Right? Propaganda.
Yeah, he's actually coming back next Sunday. Our topic is going to be about the vaccine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be
Interesting to hear how other people feel about it, what they have to say. Because I think it's Pfizer, if I'm correct. I need to go back to Google. But one of them has been approved by the FDA.
Yes, so, I did hear that. So that just means money, money, money. I don't know. But I know people are very, very opinionated on this vaccine.
Yeah.
People get very upset. I'm not here to upset nobody, but ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do either.
Exactly.
But so I respect whatever you want to do. But this vaccine thing, this whole COVID thing got me looking sideways at everything. Like, because when you go out here in the world, it doesn't look like what you're hearing. It just doesn't.
It looks just like normal.
You walk out, you're expecting to see the zombie apocalypse. I'm like, where's The Walking Dead? That's what I'm supposed to be seeing, and I'm not.
Well, you remember he said they look just like us.
That's true. I don't know. And it's not that I haven't had people that I know personally that have been diagnosed with COVID. Now, I don't know anybody that personally that has passed away as a result of COVID, but I definitely know people who who have. So I'm not saying, I don't know. I don't know. Ms. Londa, I don't know.
It's scary.
Mm-hmm.
I got a fear when I found out that they had approved one, because I'm like, all the things that people have been saying is that, if you don't get the vaccine, they can come to your house and take you out your house. All of that stuff is scary to me. Like,
yeah.
You mean to tell me, like, now my rights have been stripped? Like, you're going to force me as a 49-year-old woman to go get this doggone vaccine? And I haven't even been diagnosed with COVID. Every time I tested, it was negative.
Right.
So I might get a little cold here and there, but I treat it right away. So I don't know.
But you remember back in the day when regular vaccines, you get your kids, you go through your immunizations, right? And I have no doubt that COVID and that shot is going to be eventually added to that vaccination card that all your kids have to have, and right? But I think I've said this before here, but I have a 2-year-old granddaughter, and I have told my daughter, you know, if I had it to do all over again, you guys wouldn't have been vaccinated. I probably wouldn't have done that, honestly.
We had to, because otherwise we would get in trouble with child protection. And
nope, because there is a clause. You
Okay.
cannot, because just like everything else, you can deny it for religious and whatever beliefs. You can deny doing that. And that in itself says, then why are we? Because there's certain things that are even on that vaccination list that because a vaccine is basically giving you a small dose of whatever it is that they're trying to prevent you from getting, right? That's the bottom line. So if it's measles, they're going to give you a little bit of measles so that hopefully you develop some immunization from it, and then you don't, or maybe you might break out with just a small case of measles and then you'll be fine.
Right.
So that's with everything else. So in my mind, eventually all these things are going to be added to this card. So yeah, back in the day, you know, if somebody said to a parent in the early 1920s or in the early 1800s that I'm going to give your child a little bit of measles or a little bit of Spanish flu, or you back it up and say, now I'm going to give your kid a little bit of AIDS or HIV, or I'm going to give your kid a little bit of COVID-19. When I start thinking about it now as an adult woman, I'm like, wait, that just doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
That just doesn't sit right with me. I'm going to give you a little bit of it in hopes that you won't get it later. How about you keep it all together? That's kind of my position now in all of it. Although, like I said, my daughter gets, you know, her baby vaccinated, and I understand. But now, hindsight, you know, they always say it's 2020. Looking back on it, I'm like, this just doesn't make any sense, especially all these diseases now, like measles and all those kinds of diseases are basically wiped out. Why are we still doing that?
Right.
Why are they still giving? Why? Please explain.
Well, okay, so I got a couple of comments.
They about to get on me.
No. Stacy says, I know people that has lost friends and family to COVID, and a co-worker just passed away from COVID. Rhonda says she got her shot. Stacy said, and this is some information that I didn't even know about, but she said, all you need is medical forms from your primary clinic that you refuse to be vaccinated for any kind of illness. And Rhonda said, if the kids didn't get vaccinated, they couldn't attend school. So we was forced, which is what I was saying. But then I guess we weren't educated like you didn't know that there was cause.
Because there were all kinds of communities that refused to get vaccinations and have always done that. But we didn't hear about that. They made us think that we had to do it.
Yeah.
And all those kids are fine. And they ain't never had a little bit of measles. They never had a little bit of chicken pox. They never had a little bit of none of that. And so, but again, I didn't know that until I was older and started reading and started, you know, digging a little bit deeper into the things that were going on in society, not just in my world. And so, yeah. And so I feel the same way about the COVID thing. I'm like,
what I miss, y'all. What y'all feel about the COVID?
Just running our mouths.
We kind of, but then we kind of landed on, because, you know, our next topic for next Sunday is going to be about the vaccination. So we kind of went off into that a little bit. Bringing the guy, were you on, Nita, when we had DJ? DJ on?
I think so.
And he was telling us, you know, all the stuff about the zombie apocalypse and how Biden is really a clone. And
yes.
He had a lot of interesting things to say. So
okay, so listen, y'all. Well, let me give y'all my little good report. Well, I just had my little ultrasound done on my heart because that's why I'm here, like I told y'all. But she just said everything looked good with my heart. My heart is very fine, so that's a blessing.
Yes.
Yes,
Good to
All
hear.
the prayer warriors that prayed for me that quick, I thank y'all so much because prayers do work.
they do.
And
Thank you.
yeah. And to this COVID thing, because I thought I was in here because of that shot, but I was one of them people that had to get my shot. I didn't want the shot, but I got the shot because my son had caught COVID and he told me it was hurting his chest and stuff real bad. And he's only 13. And I have asthma real bad. So if it did him like that, what would it have done to me? So I was scared and everything, y'all, even though I know this is not the topic right now, but
No, it's open discussion.
No, it's open. Yeah.
okay. So I was kind of, scared to get that shot. I was cussing my doctor out and everything. But through it all, y'all, I'm blessed I got that shot because now I feel more safer. Even though they say it don't protect you from catching it, but it protects you from being hospitalized and that part. So that part is what I thought about because I was in the hospital in June for the same situation. I thought it was COVID. So I just thank God for his people that he do have here for us to help us. So I just wanted to put that out there, y'all, that I'm doing much better and I'm a blessed child.
And we are
Do you know which shot you got?
Yeah, I got I got my for how you pronounce it?
Pfizer?
the Pfizer.
Yeah, I got my Pfizer on the 12th, and then I just got my Moderna on the 3rd of this month.
You have
Yeah,
both?
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, you get 2 shots. You get the Moderna, then you get the Pfizer. Yeah, I didn't get Johnson and
I
Johnson.
didn't know that.
I don't blame you. They already got lawsuits for other things going on.
Yeah, so I didn't want Johnson and Johnson, and the Pfizer, and y'all know what I'm trying to say it's 99.9 accurate. So that was another reason.
So how did you do with the shot when you got it? Did you have
Uh,
any side effects or?
yeah, the first shot I got, I had the shakes. Like it was like how you get the chills and your body is shiver, and
Mhm.
then you go back hot. I was getting that sensation, but it only lasted like I'd say probably like 3 days, and then it went away.
So it
My
felt like the
arm,
flu?
yeah,
Yeah.
and because I never had the flu, I never had I had the chicken pox, but I never had the flu. I never had pneumonia or none of that stuff. So, but it made the body go in and out, but it lasted for 3 days. This second shot, my arms seem to tend to be more sore and I'm tired. It's like my body is tired, but I
Okay.
wasn't feeling that with the first one, but I'm feeling all right. I'm just tired and my arms sore a little bit. And that's about it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I
Well, I'm
got
glad you're okay. And I'm glad the
Thank you.
shots worked out for you very
Yes,
well.
ma'am.
Yeah. You got
Yes,
to take
ma'am.
care of yourself.
Oh
I
yeah.
have coworkers that don't get vaccinated and their kids still attend school with forms from your doctor that you choose not to be vaccinated. And Beloved said, do it how I feel. I agree, don't want that shot. And I want to attend. He's saying he wants to attend when we do that topic.
Mhm.
And then
Good.
Rhonda says eventually they're gonna make everyone get the shot to work. Stacy says that's true. Right now, we have to show proof that we've been vaccinated. If you choose not to get the shot, then you have to be tested bi-weekly okay, but at least they're not saying, well, if you don't get the shot, you can't, come to work. And then
But you,
That's
Rhonda
how they
says,
said.
that's why I got my shot and I don't have time to be finding a job to work from home. Stacy says, I had 2 Pfizer shots. You had 2 different shots, Pfizer and Moderna. I didn't have any side effects from the shot. Nothing the first or second shot, from the first or second shot. And Rhonda says, I had the same symptoms with my shot, the same symptoms that you had, Miss Sneed, because I remember when she was telling me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't have no major symptoms. They was like, look, it'd come and go, but it wasn't nothing that was like major to where you like, I gotta call a doctor. No. Just like you being outside in the winter storm and your body's shivering, trying to heat up, and then
Okay.
you back cold. So it was like that. But it only lasted for 3 days.
nothing that scared you
So,
or made
yeah,
you feel like,
nothing that was scary and made me want to go out and go crazy. Like, why y'all made me get this shot? It was nothing like that. And then, everybody had their own opinion to this. I
Yes,
was one
right.
of people saying, I don't want that shot. I ain't gonna get that shot. These people ain't gonna do that to me. Boo, boo, boo. Well, check this out. Every man got his own mind, okay? And people, if we're gonna talk about it and we're gonna discuss it, don't put fear into the next man who's trying to go out there and get it, who's trying to hear the conversation about it, who's willing to go get it, but then you have fear factors out here. Don't put them fear factors out here. Give people their own chance and their own opinion and their own thoughts to go get it or not. It's okay. Everybody have their own opinion. Yes, true
Right.
that. But don't put them fear factors out there because everybody's body don't operate like everybody's body. Some people need it like me. I'm an asthmatic. You know what I'm saying? It's attacking people with asthmatic. Y'all know what it's doing. So yeah, I took the shot because I love me and I'm trying to live. I want to be here with my kids.
Yeah.
So let everybody have their own decision and make their own mind up because we've been dealing with this since forever with this fear thing, with this government thing and everything. Let's put that behind us and tell the brain, pray about it. If you one of them people that just don't know, do what I did. I prayed about it. I prayed until I got that answer. God ain't brought us this far to let us go now. And I'm going to leave it alone.
yeah. I was gonna say I understand what you're saying about the fear factor, but I kind of think that'll probably be going into discussion about the vaccine just alone. I don't think that'll be hard to avoid with certain people.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it's funny because it's mostly the people that are pro-vaccination that are aggressive about the choices of what other people are doing. Most people that opt out of the vaccination, we don't care what you do. Like we're not, don't really, if you want to, it's fine. But people that really fear whatever COVID is about or is, and are really about everybody needs to get vaccinated, really are kind of gets to a point of a little bit abusive on people that choose not to vaccinate. And it's been that way about everything that the government, it was the same way about measles and chickenpox vaccinations.
Yeah.
But people just really need to respect the fact that this is Tanz's body is Tanz's body.
And it's my
life is my life.
That part.
And I will do what I want to do with it.
Right. Well, you remember how they were about abortions,
Exactly. Stay out of my business.
Exactly.
Worry about you.
If I want to go get an abortion because I don't want no more kids or don't want no kids, how is that?
Right.
You don't
it's easy to ask me to put on a mask. I don't have a problem with that. I'm gonna put one on anyway because I want to protect myself as best I can. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna wash my ass. Right. But don't tell me what to inject in me. That's just, or what to take out of me or what to keep in me. Or like you said, tell me I have to have a baby if I don't want to, or whatever the case may be.
Right. I have a question for you, Ms. Need. Did they give you a reason why they gave you two
different ones?
I'm reading the comments and they kind of have some questions about that.
Yeah, they gave me a reason why we get 2 shots. The reason is why we get the first shot because they want to see how do our body affect off the first shot. I mean, they want to see how do our body respond off the first shot. That one first shot would give them a response instantly if a person has some type of side effect. That's why they say wait 2 weeks before you get the second shot. If you have no side effects with the first shot, then your body is good to accept the second shot. That's why they give us 2 and 1 because they want to see how does the body react off that first little dose they give us before they give us that big dose.
Okay.
Yeah. At least that's what they told me.
Okay. So Stacy says it's a personal choice, but the government is making it to where it's mandatory to take the shot. Even in different countries, they're denying people the right to go to the grocery store and shopping. Rhonda says the Vikings are playing. Rhonda, You know I don't care about the Vi Queens.
Here's
She
the
said,
thing,
who
though.
playing? Y'all is crazy.
The Vi Queen.
Wait, here's the thing. Y'all know I had to turn my camera off so I can go get some more wine. But anyway, listen, the government threatening us that we're not going to be allowed to go anywhere because we haven't gotten a shot. As a person who hasn't had the shot and does not intend to have one, let me just put that out there. But it's ridiculous to me because if I can't go to the grocery store, guess whose money y'all are not getting?
Yours.
You can't, like, what do you?
I mean, they
I'll order.
like, yeah, online.
I'll order it
Yeah.
if I need to. Or how about I just grow up my own garden? Because you're going to exclude a whole community of funds from your. You don't want to do that. That's a threat that just doesn't make sense to me. Again, I try to think things through rationally. The government, any government, is all about money, and politics is all about the dollar. You need my dollar. You need it. So you can't not let me work. You know that's not going to work because you need me to work in order for me to pay taxes.
Exactly.
You cannot let me shop because you know you need me to shop in order to
get them taxes.
They're idle threats. It doesn't make sense to me. And even if they did try to do that, it wouldn't work. It's just something that wouldn't work. You can't force people into medical care. And it's what's funny to me about that is that, especially in this country, you have so many people that don't have regular medical care.
Yeah.
Can't get regular medical care. They can't get their teeth cleaned. They can't get their regular physicals. They can't get treatment for cancer or anything like that. And you want to stress me out about COVID shot?
Yeah.
You don't go somewhere. Y'all don't go somewhere with that. I'm not having it. I'm not hearing it.
Stacey says, well, speaking on abortions, Texas just put a ban on it. So
oh, sure did.
At this point,
reversing Roe versus Wade, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, at this point, the government is getting involved in people making their own decision in certain. Asking why? Oh, okay. In certain medical life choices.
So that's not democracy, right? That is not democracy. What are we going to? What are they trying to move us into? Makes you say,
That's right. And it seems like they're violating the HIPAA laws. The medicine industry is big money making business.
Big.
Do
you know how much money they're making off of COVID right now? It's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. So I don't know. But that's the state of the country. And that's just something that I think as regular people, we can't be overwhelmed in worrying about that type of thing, other than when it's time for elections and things like that. If you participate in that kind of stuff, to do your best there. The best thing to do in order to control the government is first control yourself. Take ownership of you.
Yeah.
And then take ownership of your household. And then take ownership of your family. Then take ownership of your community. You know what I'm saying? You work from the inside outward. We can't jump over there and try to fix everything and have it trickle down to us.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. You got to start here. So I don't really worry about all of that too much until it comes to my front door. I worry about my front door, and my children and what goes on, what I teach my kids in my household and what ideals I put in their minds, so that, because the kids are the future. So as they are growing up and taking over and making decisions in the world that we live in, that they will affect change, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
But whatever they're doing over there on the other end, I just don't want any part of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to subscribe to it right now. Because every day is different. Tomorrow I might change my mind. They might fire me up about something. But right now, I'm just not interested.
So asking the commenters, we were asking what days would be good for you guys if we edit that other
show,
Hump Day.
Yes. Hump. Wait, it's gonna be hump day with Miss Londa?
Hump.
Miss Londa's hump day?
I gotta go back.
Humping with Londa. How about humping with Londa?
Oh, she said hump day. Yeah, so hump day with Miss Londa. Or we'll put it together. We'll come up. We gotta make it sound, it's gotta be catchy.
It's gotta sound risque.
Yes. You guys want to hear something? So, okay. I have accessory business.
Yes.
And it's called Clatchet. Okay, so Clatchet it's short. I took two words and put it together. So it's classy, ratchet, right?
Okay.
And so I came up with that is like, we as women, we get dressed. Sometimes you might want to show a little cleavage. You might want to show some thigh.
Yes.
So it's ratchet with a little class, right?
Right.
So when I came up with that, I had said, I want to write a song. I knew the concept, but I couldn't put the words together. So guess what? I finally did it.
Send it to me. I'm doing the video. Send it to me.
I haven't put a beat with it yet, but I did write it. So I can read it to you guys.
Congratulations.
You're welcome. Or thank you. I'm sorry. I can read it to you guys if you like. Now,
come on.
Because I haven't put the beat to it. So you kind of gotta be a little, So hold on 1 second. I'm gonna pull that up.
I'm gonna do this song, Miss Londa. I'm telling you right now. I'm doing it.
I wish they come get me off this bed.
It always takes them 12 hours to let you go.
Man, they done made enough money by now.
Should have made enough money by now. Okay, so this is how the chorus starts out. It says, I'm Clatchet, I give you classy, sugar and spice, everything nice, a touch of ratchet, not a lot, just a taste, enough to make you wonder, saucy. I'm Clatchet, classy, sassy, ratchet, I'm classy. Or Clatchet, I'm sorry. And then it says, where would I want to wear, dress how I like, crop tops, thick hips, rips in my jeans, and what? Miss Londa, 49, podcast queen, on my grind, can't steal my shine, sexy all the time, smart, succeeding, never resting, manifesting my dreams into a powerful reality. CEO of mini entrepreneurship, leadership, a woman unapologetically to self-poetically. Then it's the chorus again, I'm Clatchet, I give you classy, sugar and spice, everything nice, with a touch of ratchet, not a lot, just a taste, enough to make you wonder, saucy, I'm Clatchet, classy, sassy, ratchet, I'm Clatchet. A boss queen inside out, I aim to win, my skin I show, don't care what people think, confident, prominent, gladiating, radiating like glitter, never bitter, no time, a fucking boss. Most amazing, have you gazing, my pretty soul litty, jaw breaking, wild. Make you want to drop your drawers, you want to taste, no time to waste, my beauty, my knowledge, I'm the rarest of all. I gotta pull that up. And then it goes into the chorus again. And then it says, love being pampered, always dapper, most of all respect, never disrespect. I'm lovely as a rose, never doze. Got my own ways, love me as I am, amazing, always satisfied, electrifying, make you feel like no other, boy, my loyalty, you never want to lose, don't snooze. Goes into the chorus again, and then it says, real women don't fight. What's the hype? Stay humble, no time for the mumble jumble. Miss me with the drama. Ain't you somebody, mama? Bullshit relationships, fake friends, silly devils, not on my level. Styling and profiling, gonna stay fly till the day I die. All about the Benjamin's dividends. I want a Benz and a lot of grands to spend. Goes into the chorus again, and then the last verse is knee-high boots, thighs out, rolling wheels in my heels. I love a thrill. Corsets and boy shorts, sexy in my fishnets. I'm Clatchet.
Okay, I can do every part of that except the thick thigh part because I'm lacking. But I love it. So is it going to be like an up tempo or?
Yeah, because the part where I say I'm Clatchet, the beat that I had in my head when I was doing that was I'm bossy. By Ellis. Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't, I don't think that beat is gonna mix with the rest. So I have to find another beat to mix in with that.
Yeah, it would have went so far, but then you're gonna need something else to go with the other. Yeah.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And so this is going to open and
Y'all put
close
me a
your
rap together.
podcast. Yes.
This
We gotta
we can use it to open and close the podcast, but this was an actual song that I really wanted to write.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's inspired because I get a lot of "you're not 25." You know, you shouldn't be wearing the rips in your jeans. Oh, you got.
I hear it all the time.
You know, I get a lot of that. So.
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah.
When the stores start making sections that says the 49's over here, maybe I'll consider. Even then, I'll still might go to the 25 section. So,
and you know, why are people all in our business? I'm sorry,
I don't know. What was you saying?
I say they kill me trying to make us old.
But why are they always in our business?
I'm gonna be 55 still wearing Daisy Dukes. I don't care.
And if I look good in it, and honestly, I'm just gonna be, y'all don't be mad at me for saying this, please, but it's the truth. Sometimes we look better in this stuff than, I'm just saying, I'm gonna say that and sip now. I'm
gonna tell you why. Because we know how to put it together and we know know how to make it look classy with a spice of ratchet.
And we know how to walk in heels. Okay, because we've been walking in heels for 20 years.
Okay, well, I can't walk in heels, but you know, I do be putting them on, but I be tipping.
I mean, why people always have to judge us? That's the thing about being a woman.
Yeah.
You don't catch a break. You just don't catch a break. It doesn't matter what age group you're in. At a certain age, you think that, you know, my husband passed away, and I thought to myself, well, now he can't tell me not to go out there and do anything. So I can wear whatever I got in my closet. And people really get upset with you if you are of a certain age and you wear certain things. And I'm just like, mind your business. I'm grown. I bought this.
My friend Rhonda's in the comments. She's saying, Miss Londa, put the wine down. That's why you're hot. Stacy goes, go Dr. Boyce walking on you. Watkins. Oh, go to Dr. Boykins. Go to Dr. Boyce Watkins on YouTube. He did an interview with scientist Dr. Christina Parks about what the media won't tell you about the virus. It's really interesting. Then Rhonda said, Dr. Boyce Watkins.
Boyce Watkins. Okay.
Yeah, and then Rhonda says, and the little belly tops in my in my Tamika voice, because I have another friend. If we're gonna go out, right, she'll say, are you wearing a crop top tonight? And my little sassy, little sarcastic, I don't know. I just ordered some, so I don't know. And then we were at a function not too long ago, and she says, oh, you wore a belly top. I'm wondering where the rest of it is.
You know, I mean, but why can't we? If it fits me, because it's this size for a reason, right? If it fits me and I feel good in it and I feel like I am a star, okay, and I'm special, why can't I wear it?
This is how I've always dressed, even when I was younger.
It's just like my hair. I used to get a lot, you know, now people are just used to it, but I used to get a lot of flack because I have commitment issues. I tell people this all the time. My hair is short. I keep it short for a reason, because I like wigs and I like to change it up.
Say that.
Why do you care?
Right. Well, my hair is short under here, and I sometimes when I get it tapered and lined up, and you know, I have to dye, I wear a little fro. Sometimes I like to do the short hair with the big earrings. You know, I don't like to really just kind of keep the same look. Because some crop tops require a fro, and some crop tops require, you know, a Toni Braxton look. It just depends. It's the whole aura. You see my little Afro lady back there? It's the whole feel of whatever I'm wearing. Because you, like me, we love clothing. Yes. So we should be able to do for however long we're able to do that. And people should mind their business. But I want your song. I want you to put it to a beat. And you know some beat makers, some producers, because I do. I can send them your way. Okay. I can send them your way. Rhonda says, yes, open and close for the podcast sounds good.
Yes.
Shout out to Bina, my cousin. She says that was good, cousin. Sound confident. Thank you. And Stacy says, yes, honey. Okay, I've been walking in heels since I was 12. Ooh,
Yes.
at a young
Yes.
age.
Yes, I'm a pro at it. Now, sometimes my ankles swell. I'm not gonna lie.
So guess what? Somebody just told me a new trick that I'm gonna try. So
What?
you know, like Asper cream or the icy hot roll-on. Somebody or the spray told me to spray that on your, you know, on your feet when you're gonna wear heels and your feet won't be killing you.
Really?
I'm gonna try to see if it works because the last time I wore heels is me and my friend Rhonda. We went to the club and they was in my purse.
Well, honey, well, see, so you go to the club. I don't go to the club anymore, but if I went right now, I would go just to go in and sit down. But you go to the club to dance, clearly.
How did you know that, Tansy?
Okay, I don't know. Because you said your feet hurt. I walk in my heels from the door to my seat. And then I cross my legs so y'all can see, you know, whatever kind of shoe I got. And I said,
Oh, gee.
Hey, y'all. So tell the audience, I said thank y'all for the prayers and stuff. I'm gonna get up off of here. The doctor's coming in. They finna take all this stuff off of me and
okay.
get me out of here and send me home.
Okay.
So I appreciate everyone, and I
Okay.
will see you too the next Sunday.
Next week.
All
Feel
right.
better.
Feel better.
Thank y'all.
You're welcome.
Okay. See y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm not bougie, Miss Wanda.
I
I know my feet. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm like you sometimes. I'm telling you, I wanted, it was these one heels I wanted so bad. I had to have them. They had Marilyn Monroe, all of them. The heel was about I knew I couldn't walk in, but I had to have them. I wore them one year on my birthday and I was tipping. And the man in the club, he said, you want to wear the heels to look good, but you don't know how to pimp them. I sure don't. I'm just steady tipping to this little stool so I can sit down.
That's why you walk in and you sit your behind down so that you can walk out with the same amount of class. Now, if I'm going to dance, the shoes are coming off. Yes. That's how I know I'm not bougie, because I don't mind taking my shoes off.
I will take them off in a heartbeat.
Yes, but I'm not going to dance in them because I don't want to be hurt.
If I dance, I'm just standing in one little spot. I do my little cute dance.
Do you jig? Do you jig? Yeah. Do you jig? I mean, I would. I think the last time I went to a club was on my 40th birthday. Now, and we did that on purpose. I was turning 40, so we were like, can we still go to a club? And so me and like a bunch of people went. But I have gone to places like out here in Atlanta, we have Lips. Have you heard of that?
No.
Oh, honey, you know, every girl wants a gay best friend, right? We all do. It's innate. Well, Lips Atlanta is the drag queen show. And it is all a bunch of drag queens, and they put on the best lip sync fabulousness shows in all full get up. If they're doing Whitney, if they're doing Diana, if they're doing Christina, I don't care who they're doing. It's just fabulous. The food is good, the drinks are good. But it's a sit down area, but you can get up and dance. So that's probably the closest I get to going to a club anymore. I'll do that occasionally, like once every 2 years. That tells y'all how much I don't get out the house. But yeah, that's about it for me. But I do like to dance, and you know I love music. I mean, music rules my world, but I don't get to go out anymore. I wish I did. But,
yeah, I like to dance too. I be in here trying to learn how to twerk in front of the TV when I'm by myself. Now I won't get on TikTok because they're probably like, this old lady, please don't do that.
Yeah. I don't bother with the twerking because God didn't bless me with no junk in the trunk. So I don't, you know, I don't bother.
Either I just I don't know.
Yeah. I'm like, it's okay. But I was gonna do, that's so funny because I was gonna do Big Butts. What's that song?
I like
Big Butts. Yeah. I was gonna do that song, but I was like, that is really gonna take too much work out of me. And I don't have enough pillows around here to make this crap realistic. So I didn't do it. It probably will come down the pipe later. But yeah, I gotta work on it. But you know what? I wanted to tell you, which I probably shouldn't do this on air, but let's talk about it.
Okay.
So the new app,
Which app?
Fanbase.
Oh yeah.
How you work that, Miss Londa?
It's you're in Clubhouse, right?
I'm on Clubhouse. I finally opened it up. I think I've friended you or something, followed you or whatever.
And follow you back. But it's just like Clubhouse, pretty much. It's the same it's the same thing concept. You got the audio, you have your profile picture up there. You can message. The only difference is they have their own wall, kind of like an Instagram wall that you can post and share things on. You can create rooms. You can't create a room ahead of time. You have to create it right then and there. And you can monetize right away.
I've never monetized anything, so I don't even know how to do that. But I got on there and I think I pulled, because it let you pull from Instagram, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And so I pulled some content from Instagram, some of it, not all of it. But then I was just on there like, how does this work? And I guess I just have to follow some people and
so
try to figure that out.
The left-hand corner, it'll be like a comment. It looks like a little comment circle.
Okay.
That will take you to where you can see all the rooms, what we call on Clubhouse the hallway.
Hallway, right?
To the hallway, and you see all the rooms that different people have created.
Okay.
And to create a room.
Okay. So how do you like Clubhouse? I meant to ask you about that.
Do
you go on it anymore? Are you there?
Not as much as I used to. When I first got on Clubhouse, I used to be on there like a lot because I was creating rooms. I was doing interviews to get co-hosts, looking for guests to come on the show.
Because didn't we meet on Clubhouse?
Yeah, I met you.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, I was just coming back because I had kind of steered away from it for a little while. And now that I find more time and got a little bit more organized, now I can get back on there. So sometimes I go on there and I sit in rooms and try to get guests and different stuff like that.
Okay.
Pretty cool. And you will meet a lot of people on there that doesn't mind giving you the game or telling you, how you could do this or how you could do that.
Okay, so it's been good for you so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've not really done anything on Clubhouse yet. All that's coming at the end of the month or the beginning of October for me. But I'm trying to learn these apps. I finally started figuring out Instagram. So I feel like I'm pretty good with Instagram. TikTok is just the bane of my existence.
Yeah, I actually work with a lot of different apps. Like I also have Speaker, or not
I've
Speaker.
never heard of that.
Not Speaker, Stereo. Stereo is audio. What I like about that is like if you create a room and you have a topic going and you're, in discussion like we are, they have a comment where people can voice. It's a voice comment. So people can comment on a topic and then you can click on it and let it play and hear their comment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it's called Speaker?
No, it's called Stereo. I'm sorry.
Stereo. You'll send that to me. I'd like to check that out.
Yeah, because I try to use whatever platform that I can to promote and put myself out here.
Right. And
it's good because you meet people along the way. And that's how I learn different things. Like the more people I meet, I learn something new
from everybody. Yeah. And that's the blessing in it. And not everybody is willing to share.
Not everybody.
So I've learned that, people think that you're coming after them or coming for what they have. Or people don't always know that what's for you is for you. I can't take it.
Exactly. Or you get some that will share, but it's a price on it.
Yeah. Or they want to charge you. Right. And that's just, but I found that, so I came from Facebook, because I told you I started in April of this year. So I came from Facebook. I had a Facebook and it was all I had. And, it was just my friends and my family. And then I went to Instagram when I launched Today with Tanza. So I did Instagram. I had TikTok, but I was just a quiet observer of TikTok, because it's funny and you could scroll for years. So I did that. And then I opened up Twitter. I'm still struggling with Twitter. I don't know how Twitter works.
Oh, I'll help you with that too. We're actually on Twitter now. Yeah, we are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube Live.
Yeah.
I told you I use whatever platform I possibly can.
Twitter. I don't know how you work, but I'm trying. Man, it is a struggle when you are just an observer of social media, and then you go and social media now becomes your bread and butter.
Yeah.
It's like somebody should really open up a social media school. That's what the world needs. Forget college, just do a 2-year degree, associates in social media, because this is crazy. And every 5 minutes, I'm hearing about a new app.
Yeah, well, wouldn't that fall under engineering, sort of say? Or
I feel like it should be an advertisement or marketing. Marketing, right?
Yeah.
Social media is marketing. That is what we're all doing. We are marketing ourselves. Some people are marketing products. Like you have, your accessories line, right? So you're marketing a product that's to be sold. But then there's that other aspect where you're doing, your podcast. And like myself, my real market is just me. There's no price right now. Y'all get in while I'm free. There's no price right now, right?
Right.
I'm just marketing me. So I think it's marketing.
It is.
Yeah.
And you have to be very creative. Like, you got to get really creative.
Or just really smart about what people are looking for.
Yeah. Well, what I found is what we talk about, we have to find the right audience to target, because a lot of the audience that may be a little younger than us, they're looking for the drama. And right. I don't want to dip that word. I think it's ignorant. Right. I don't want to go that route. I don't want to feel like I have to do drama to get views, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't want to go that route.
I think that I know that I've worked with someone and they've told me before that the most important thing when you're launching, so like you and I, we're in the same age group. We are each other's customer, basically. Right? So we're talking, and when we're doing our topics and we're talking about our lives or life topics, we're talking from our own perspectives, right? Which are very similar. We are our target audience. But a lot of people feel as though they have to be able to be broad and target everybody, right? But you don't get to do that. You have to really zone in. When I cover my topics, and I talk about, relationships, I'm talking from a 48-year-old woman who's been married and divorced and have had kids and all that other stuff. I'm not talking to the 20-year-old who thinks she's in love for the first time.
Ain't been through nothing, really.
Ain't been through nothing. Like, she's not listening. I mean, maybe she'll listen to me, but she's not going to relate to me.
Right.
And it's ridiculous for me to think and try to relate to her. Yeah. Because I'm past that. I'm past that stage. But a lot of people don't want to admit that we only have a certain audience. But once you get that audience, then you broaden out, because other people, it starts with your target. Oprah started talking to people that could relate to her. And then the young people came along because she was Oprah, not because she was talking about divorce. Because they didn't know anything about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the balance. But social media is a tough thing. And I think we're smarter in starting doing this later in life, because our skin has gotten a little thicker. Yeah. We're not so worried about, what other people are saying.
Yeah.
And, we're not worried about our asses. And I'm not worried about my cellulite right now. And it just doesn't matter. You're either going to take me from me or you're not.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's a good thing that we started doing this a little bit later. I would hate to see what would have happened to me if I even attempted this in my youth. I don't know.
Social media really wasn't around in our youth.
It wasn't, thank God.
House phone, and then we started out, if you were on the phone, you couldn't be on the phone too long because it would be busy. And if your mama wasn't at home and she was calling,
Yeah.
your ass was on that phone, you was getting in trouble for tying up the line. Then they came out with two-way. So yeah.
And you didn't have trolls back then either, because we didn't have social media. And nobody dared to come in your face, especially if you knew how to throw hands.
Yeah.
People didn't come in your face trolling you.
Right. We had to do a lot to even do all the stuff that they do now with the drama. You know, when they came out with the three-way, then, you know, people would call three-way and have another person on the other end.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot you had to do. Now they just on social media.
Yeah. And like Data was talking last week when we talked to her about the bullying thing. And I just, that's something that just, I just don't get it, because I don't understand why people are even, where do you have time to do that? Where do you have time to go on other people's platforms? And I'm trying to edit a video right now, bro.
Yeah. But this is what I'm saying. This is what basically sells. So people will create drama to get those subscribers and get those views so they can put themselves out there.
Are you serious?
I just seen it with my own eyes within the last few days, and I even unsubscribed to that page.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I was like, oh wow, this is really yucky. It's trashy. Because I was on speaker, without the mentioning of names. And, I joined in on the discussion, and, I was saying, my little opinions, but I never knew, that
it was.
Yeah. So then the one guy says, oh, go to my Instagram page and you will see, because he was explaining to me their content and all this. And he was like, you'll see what I'm talking about. So then I see the flyer and it has this other person's name on it. And I'm thinking, oh, they're going to give her a chance to tell her side of the story. And when I went to, watch the show later that evening, they were dragging her name, and I unsubscribed, and it was just yucky. I'm like, you really have time to sit here and do this, and as women on top of that.
Right.
That's what really makes it awful. You got to sit here to get these views or to put yourself out here is to down another person, or, it was just too much.
That's crazy to me. I just don't know where people have time for that. I just don't know where you have time for that.
Yeah.
If
you got too much time on your hands, you don't have nothing going on, especially nothing positive.
I don't even understand. So I've subscribed to a few people, generally try to give the same love back that I receive. Mm-hmm. Mainly because, like I said, coming from a world of not understanding social media, I didn't know that it was important for me to not just see your video and be like, giggle and be like, girl, did you see that? But to like it and to comment on it and to subscribe to. I didn't understand that was important. Mm-hmm. Of course not. How do I know? Until I got into this. But I try to, do that now as it comes across. I find that that's even hard to do, because when you're creating content, you don't really have time to scroll other people's stuff.
You don't.
You really don't. But other people want you to scroll their stuff, right?
Yeah, so what I do is, like, people who show me love, even if I don't really have the time, I try to make sure I make that time, because you want to give it back,
you have to give it back. Yeah. But just doing that, I have noticed that the people that comment or show me love, that I'm showing love back to, their content is very positive. Mm-hmm. And so it's the people that you don't see, that I don't get to see, because they're busy doing things that I don't have time to do.
Yeah. So, because this is like when I go on Clubhouse, I stroll the hallways first, I look at the topics, and then that's when I decide, okay, I don't want to go, this is not for me. Because you got to think about, if you're going to bring guests on, you got to look at their content and what they're on there talking about. Do you want to bring that onto your platform? So I make sure that I'm trying to find positive rooms where I can be comfortable with, you know, talking to people and inviting them on. And I you know, and one day I kind of had gotten off Clubhouse for a minute. I kind of got discouraged because I was in a room and it seemed like it was a lot of positive people. I sat there for a while listening to people talk. And then I shot my shot. And this was another Black woman. And she says, well, I gotta be careful on what platforms I go on and what I talk about because I have a brand and I'm a doctor. And it was like, lady, you
Then why are you here with me?
time out to ask me questions.
Yeah.
You didn't read my bio, obviously, because then you would get the full understanding of what type of platform I ran. And it was just like, it kind of discouraged me. You know what I'm saying? So for a while, I wouldn't approach people, but I was like,
but here's the thing, you know, we've all been in these rooms and I have been in them too. I'm not a boaster. I don't really, I'm just a person like we all are.
mm-hmm.
And you can go in some of these rooms and these people, you can read the bios and it looks great. Everybody's bio looks great except mine. Mine basically says I'm a person, but everybody's bio looks great, right? And they look like they're somebody, right? But they're still going to work and they're still paying bills and right. So you're a regular Joe, just like me.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go into these rooms and they're discussing themselves and they're talking about themselves, I have respect because you got to love yourself and you got to put yourself out there, right? But at the same time, if you're so important, you wouldn't be sitting in the same room with me.
Right.
Because I don't see Oprah. I don't see Bill Gates. I don't see none of them. What you doing here?
In Nene Lee's voice.
Right. What
checks.
What you doing here? Okay, because we all here for the same reason. And I don't care that I have 2 followers and you have 2,000 or 18,000. It's not working for you. Okay, or you probably bought them or whatever you did, that's your business. I'm not, but the point is, why you here rubbing shoulders with me?
Yeah.
So let's just all just check our egos at the door. And for you, when you're doing this and you have your guests on, you have to stay away from that drama because you have to be impartial when your guests come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and so I don't know. I found the rooms to be entertaining often. And usually when the drama starts, I just bow out.
Yeah. And that's what
But I only go in the social engagement rooms and the music rooms. Pretty much. I've been in a couple of other rooms just to test it out and see, but I don't.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people messing up my energy because I have to do a show, you know, and I don't want to be up there mothering people, telling them you got to get your shit together because y'all acting stupid. I don't want to do that.
Right.
So I just bow out because my content is pretty clean and it's just about life.
Yes. Real life topics. And that's, you know,
real life topics.
I like to make people feel comfortable when they come to the platform. It's an open space. You can talk about, you know, whatever you want, whatever's on your mind and not feel like you're going to be judged for it, you know, or bashed or anything.
Right.
You know, it's, yeah.
Yeah. And so we have to keep that. So together, unity amongst women and doing this. And maybe it's because we're a little bit older, but we really need to try to keep that positivity going and encourage each other. And, you know, the most important thing is to know that for you, for example, I'm on your show. And when you succeed, I succeed.
Exactly. And it's
simple
to get people to understand that.
Yeah.
And how the plainest way or the most simplest way that I try to explain it to people is I always say it's just like a music group. If we are creating a music group, none of us are going to get paid until we make it. And it's the same thing with the podcast. Nobody gets no money. Yes.
Until we make some money, honey. I agree. And if Miss Londa takes off, guys, all you out there watching, if Miss Londa takes off, hopefully then they'll remember Tanza. You know, and if Tanza takes
then
off, then hopefully they'll remember Miss Londa. And we'll be sitting around at a round table together doing the new view with Tanza and Miss Londa.
And that is my aim. I see myself sitting on a couch, on a stage, in conversation.
In conversation.
Yes.
When people ask me, because you know, especially on Clubhouse and a lot of these apps, it's all about your pitch. What's your pitch? And my whole thing is, I'm building an empire. Forget about the specifics, because people get, you know, wrapped up in the specifics. You know, I do these music videos. I don't ever sing. If y'all ever watch it, I never sing. Even though I can carry a tune, it's not about that. It's about sharing my playlist, and that's it. But, you know, it's not about any one thing. I do my music, I do my topics, I do this radio show, I do your show, I do my show. It's about building something for us all for the future, and not having to depend on, you know, Joe Blow's job and making $1 billion for him. Exactly. Because we're individuals. We have a lot of interests in our lives. You're not only interested in your podcast. I know that for a fact. Mm-hmm. And you're not only interested in your accessories line. You have there's a lot to Miss Londa. It's not just what you guys see. And she should be able to expound on all of that. Yes. We all should. And so, you know, I encourage everybody, get out there, do your thing. Whatever you're passionate about, do it. Put yourself out there. It's okay. If you're shy, it doesn't matter. If it's a bad day, if it's a good day, share your thoughts with people, talk to people. You will find that there's an audience for you. Yes. And you can grow that into a whole brand.
Yes.
So
when I first started out, people couldn't understand, like, why do you need to do all that, or why I came up with the rules that I came up with. I had to tell them, because you don't wait till down the line. You start from the door in. When you first start something, you want to look professional from the door in. You don't want to wait till later. So that's where the frustration came in. Yeah. I had to, you know, and I would
had to say that.
Yeah, so I would always watch. Every time I do a show, I always watch after. And that's how I learned to come up with the rules, you know. Okay, I need to set rules for appearance. You know what I'm saying? I need to set rules for what you can do on camera. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because I remember when you did send that to me, and you almost, what I thought was sweet. I thought it was sweet that you did that, but totally unnecessary. I thought it was absolutely right that you did it. But you were like, so I just want to say before we start that these are the rules. And so are you going to be okay? You were very like a little bit timid. Like I was going to be like, no, I need to take my wig off in the middle.
Oh, no, because you know, that's like,
oh, that's brilliant that you set up some rules.
You know, you need to let people be who they want to be. You can be who you want to be, but I ask people, like, when they say about the swearing, oh, I can't come on there because I can't swear. When you're at work, do you swear? If you can control it on a job, why can't you control it for an hour or so on a podcast?
Right, because we all use words that we know we shouldn't sometimes.
And I understand that, you know,
words, but you can control it. Yeah.
But back to back, you know, you just don't want it to look so, you know.
Yeah. I think you do a wonderful job. I love your topics. I love the people that you've brought on. And I just think that we need to work more together.
Yes.
I really do think we need to work more together, because I've got a lot of ideas, and you've taught me so much. Thank you so much for teaching. You guys, if you don't know, Ms. Londa taught me Zoom. So when in October, when I relaunch, I will be able to use Zoom a little bit better and like be able to do some things. So I appreciate all the things that you've taught me in this, and just in extending the invitation to me, because that was out of nowhere. You didn't.
I sat in the room. I told you that I sit in the room and I observe, and then I kind of listen, and I'm like, okay, I read people's bios as well. And then, you know, I don't talk out in the room anymore. I just kind of sit and observe, and then I read bios, and then I approach.
Yeah, that was really, I'm so grateful, because I'm like, oh, Let's do a talk show together.
Yes.
That's great. And I'm a lot of energy for a lot of people. So sometimes people are like, okay, calm down, little girl.
So I guess we'll have to come up with a day of our own because
Yes. But definitely when you launch, because you will probably launch your after hours thing before I do mine. So definitely I want to be there because those are my fun conversations. And I love those kinds of things.
So what would
Love it.
what would be the latest for you?
So right now I'm kind of busy on Friday and Saturday nights. So if you
No,
don't
it
do
definitely
those,
on one of those days.
then other than that, sometimes I have my grandbaby. So, I know you don't want a kid on the screen, but usually she's asleep.
Okay.
But anytime after like 8 is great.
Okay.
Anytime after 8 is great. And
Okay.
I can, jump on and we can talk about it because
Okay.
I'm really not shy about those kinds of things. I do try to keep things private, but my husband is gone. So, it's really not his secrets anymore. My
Right.
secrets, right? So I feel like I can share. I can share things and talk about things. And those are the best conversations, Miss Londa. When women are being honest
Yes.
about real stuff, especially relationships and intimacy and things like that. When we're being honest.
Yes. So I had did a topic one time and because I thought it was funny. I wanted to know if a man takes a woman on a date and the limit is $25, how did they feel about that? It was so funny, some of the stuff that
Did you get a lot of feedback on that?
It was just the people that were in discussion. Like I had this one guy, he came on, he was like, well, I really wouldn't have a problem with it. But now if he got to go collect cans and I was like, well, if he collect all them plant cans, he took the time out, you still wouldn't go on a date with him. And then the other girl's like, hell no.
Well, yeah. So can I just tell you guys that if anybody's, listen, I went on a date a couple of weeks ago. I hope this guy is not watching. But I think it was 2 weeks ago. So I went out for the first time in a while and I met this guy. He was serving at the restaurant establishment that I was at. Mm-hmm. So I went on a date. He asked me out and I was like, because guys don't approach me. I don't know what it is. People don't ask me out. So I was just thrilled to be asked out. So I was like, sure. And he seemed like a gentleman. Definitely was not my type, but I'm old enough to know that, you got to go past that. And maybe this might be the best thing. Yeah. So I went out with him, guys. He wasn't my type. He wasn't my type, but he's a nice guy, such a gentleman, but it didn't work out for me. And the guy still has so I want to know, this is the topic on your first one. I need to talk about how to tell somebody, yeah, you're really nice, but
yeah,
no.
I don't know if there's
at this age.
Pretty much how you just said it. You're
no.
person, or you could say, well, how about I just give you one of the lines men gave me? You're a really nice person. You're sweet. You will make any man happy, but I'm just not ready.
Because I don't want to lie, because I'm ready. I'm just I don't want to lie. I'm all about honesty right now. And I want to tell him that and I thought I said that, but it's not. It's not.
How did you say it?
I said, you're really nice. You're really nice.
Rhonda says.
But then we went to dinner. Now here's the other thing, Miss Londa, because I feel pressure and obligation as a person. So we went to dinner and I actually had to take a call in the middle of the dinner. And when I came, or not in the middle, toward the end of the dinner, when I came back, he had paid the bill, which I would have never allowed.
Why?
Because I wasn't into him. I would have paid my portion.
You don't want to make him feel like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like you,
right? I would have never allowed that. I would have paid my portion, and I probably would have even bought his if I needed to. But he had paid the bill. And so automatically what came out of my mouth is next one's on me, which means there has to be a next one. But I really don't want a next one. But I don't want him to think that he
tell him like I think you're a really nice person. I don't want to, be in a relationship, but friends, we can be, friends.
Yeah,
definitely maybe have drinks sometime here and there. But then after you tell him that, and if you guys do go for drinks or, and he kind of tends to want to still kind of press the issue, then I would just cut him off, and then I wouldn't feel bad because you already told him.
You wouldn't feel bad.
Yeah.
So how would you cut him off though? How would you cut him off?
My favorite thing is, because I'm not a confrontational person, I cut people off quietly. And that's relationship or just people in general. I cut them off quietly.
You don't answer the phone. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. I move on. I don't answer. I don't respond.
Me too.
Just quiet.
Me too.
Yeah.
We're the same. When's your birthday?
May 10th.
Taurus?
Yeah.
Aries. So I'm right before you. Yeah. 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 We're kind of the same person. Yeah. I don't think I just disappear. I'm very good at disappearing.
Rhonda is just, okay, she said, tell him you're not interested. And then she says, he still would have paid my bill and I'm still not interested.
See, I don't want anybody to pay anything and feel like I owe them.
And I feel you on that because
I don't.
Not in relationships, but like, if that would have been a friend, and they would have did that, I would have automatically felt just like you felt. Either the next was on me, or here, girl, let me give you that half.
Right.
Right. That's just how I am.
Automatically, it came out of my mouth so fast that I couldn't pull it because I knew I didn't want another one, but it just automatically, next one's on me. And that automatically set me up for a second. And I didn't want, and I was like, shoot, maybe I should cash app him.
She said he asked you out though.
He did. You are right about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel terrible.
I
try.
What is it that you don't like about him? If you don't mind me asking.
Okay, so you know how I do not want to sound like a schoolgirl, but you have to be physically attracted to somebody on some level, right?
You're right.
And we all have a type, right? So upon meeting him, physically, he wasn't necessarily my type. But I do know, having lived the earth a couple of years, that, you get to talk to somebody, you get to know their personality, and that may sway some of the physical, right? So that's why I agreed to go out with him. But the personality didn't. So there's a physical miss and a person, it's a little bit of he just didn't have enough. I don't want to call it swag because it's not that. He just didn't have enough je ne sais quoi for me.
Rhonda is so silly. She said, is his pants sagging?
No, perfect gentleman. In fact, it's the opposite. He was too much of a Pee Wee Herman. It was too much of that without any.
Don't tell me he showed up with the gray suit and the high water pants.
No, he did not.
Okay.
He did not. But it just wasn't enough.
He wasn't, he's kind of.
He didn't move me.
He
could never.
Guys, was he kind of too serious?
No, he wasn't too serious. It was, so, I always say that every woman, we don't want to be abused by a man.
Right.
But we need our man to be a man.
To be
so masculine. I need to be able to say to myself, oh, no, baby. If my girlfriend says, Tanza, can you come out with us? I have to be able to think to myself, oh, is the old man going to go for that? I need to feel that kind of manliness around me because I'm an alpha female. So I need my man to be alpha. If I feel like I can bitch slap you, I'm sorry, Miss Sonda. If I feel like I can bitch
got you. I get where you coming from. Yeah, exactly. Because if I feel like I can bitch slap you, like you said, then that tells me that I don't have a protector.
Right. Right. You need to automatically, I need to look at you and be like, yes, daddy. You got to put me in a certain feminine space.
Yes. To make me want to feel like I feel That's my man. My man said, I get where you're coming from. Yes.
Not that I want my man to rule over me. I
Or
don't want anybody to
control me.
misconstrue that.
I
need my man to have a presence about him.
Yes.
That puts me in my feminine energy.
Yes.
And this man did not put me in feminine energy mode at all. And in fact, I felt more masculine, and I didn't like that. I don't like that. And then plus you take that and couple it with the fact that he wasn't my physical.
So he was just done.
So there was nothing. If he was missing my physical, but had that presence about him, then I could probably work with it. But he was missing on both ends. But he's a really nice guy for a different type of girl.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and I want to hurt his feelings because he would be a great friend. And I could think of 20 women that I could hook him up with.
Yeah.
That would probably love him, just not for me.
Just not Tanza.
Yeah, not Tanza. Nah. I need him to be able to say, when I do a video and he don't like that outfit, be like, get your butt in there. And I'd be like, yes, daddy.
Now, see, a little bit like, okay, I might get a little bit of headstrong on that because I'm just like, you're not going to tell me what to wear. You know,
of course, there's that.
Yeah.
But if it's the right man, if
the way he says it.
And it's the way he says it.
Okay. Gotcha.
You know how it is. You know, because I have dated, an extremely possessive masculine male. And we went head to head every 5 seconds because you were overdoing it. Don't tell me what to do. Yeah. Right. But then there's that one that has that balance that literally puts you in and makes you rest in your femininity. Yeah. And I love that. If you can make me all giddy and make me want to obey, like, that's powerful.
You're a winner.
You are a winner.
Yes.
You make me be like, Daddy, can I? That's beautiful. For me. And that, because it doesn't happen often, probably because it doesn't happen often. Yeah. So y'all ladies know what I mean when I say, and he didn't have it. Child, he didn't have it.
They're out. Stacy says, oh no, his personality was like Pee Wee. And then Rhonda says he wasn't strong enough. And then Stacy says, yeah, I need an alpha man. Yeah,
we need an alpha male.
Yeah, I want a man that's gonna say, we need to get the cars tuned up. It's time for an oil change. Go cut the grass. You know what I'm saying? That manly.
Because most of us nowadays are alpha female.
Okay, daddy he's taking care of this. So let me get in this kitchen. Let me cook for him. Okay, I've been out with my girls the last 2 weekends. Let me take this weekend and stay home. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of man that I want.
I think most of us are alpha females at this point. And usually, whenever I'm going out with somebody, if I'm out with a male, I don't wait for a guy. Like, I never wait for a guy to open my door or any of that stuff.
Are you big on that, or is that important?
I literally don't even think about it. When you're an independent person, you don't even, but when a man stops me, when I go to pull that door and he says, move back and takes the door, that's powerful to me.
Yeah. So about a month ago. That
makes me say, okay, honey.
Yeah. So like about a month ago, it was one of my cousin's birthday. We met up at Applebee's, for happy hour drinks and appetizers, and she brought her guy friend. So me and my other friend were sitting at the table and we see them pull up and we're like, okay, wait, maybe this is not them because he's the only one who got out the car. Well, he was walking to the other side of the door to let her out. And I was like, wow, because you never see that.
You never see that.
So
he had to have made that a practice for her to have waited for it.
Well, she said that she's been training, is what she told us when she came into the restaurant. She's like, yeah, I've been training him. You see, he had to come open the door for me, so I don't know. But he listened, so.
I just love it when a guy stops me. When he stops me, my husband used to do that to me all the time. Like if I go out to do something, because I'm pretty independent. If I gotta cut the grass or change the tire or whatever I gotta do, I will do it. When he would say, go get your ass, literally, go sit your ass down, and
I got this.
That just makes me feel a certain way, because of course none of us want a man to think that we need him
Right.
to do any kinds of things, but we want to know that he respects us as that delicate flower and is going to protect us and do those things for us.
Yes.
And then in turn, we're going to come and bring him all the feminine love and scratch his head and rub his back and all that other good stuff. But if I open my door myself, we're walking in together, and you just stand and walk in behind me, although I may not, there's a mental note that happens along the way there. There's a mental note that takes place. It's not that I necessarily hold it against you, but I note it. I do on some level note that. And it's like anything else, just simple stuff. If there's an issue, I remember a time where I was with someone and there was an issue that went on. And the first thing that came out of his mouth was, hold on, bro. Because it was him and another guy. And he said, let me put my lady in the car real quick, and I'll be right back to you. There's some kind of respect that goes with actions like that. You know what I mean?
It'd be the small things that
it'd be those
a lot
little things. And so this guy, I just felt like I could grab him up and bitch slap him and tell him to sit his ass down. And I'm only 5'4", Miss Londa. I'm 5'4", about 130 pounds tops. And I felt like I could pick him up and sit his. So that was.
And if he made you feel like that on the first date, like, I don't know, man, what's up?
But he was the sweetest guy. He's just really a nice guy, just not masculine enough for me. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's like 7:55, so we're gonna end. Thank you, commenters, and thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
And shout out to Stacy, shout out to Rhonda, my cousin Janine. Thank you guys. I love having you guys. And let's not forget about Tanae Day. You guys, if anybody has any information, please contact the mother, Cleonta Johnson. Clonetta Johnson. The number, I am going to post the flyer in the comments, and I'm going to be sharing. So please, anybody, if you see this young lady, please get in touch with the parent.
Absolutely.
You all have a good night.
See you next week, Miss Londa.
See you later.
Bye-bye.